on, everybody? Today I am so beyond excited because Mrs. Green Apple has dropped us a brand new song called The Wind in the Town, and I am just so happy right now. You guys know how much I love this band, and I love diving into the old stuff, but man, when there's a new thing, or I guess a new song, whatever you want to say, that comes out, you know that it's going to be absolutely incredible. So I don't want to waste any more time. I cannot wait to see what Motoki and the rest of the band has for us this time around. So let's do this thing. Here we go. He always has the most extravagant outfits. I love it.
いつか馴染みあるこの景色が移り変わるようにあなたが残した香りを懐かしむように苦手なものが平気になってさちょっぴり寂しさを知るどこかでこの手を待ってる人はいるのでしょうか風が誘うこの街は私と
I love the like marching drums.
愛でつないで泣きたくなる日があることも風は正している風は笑うあの街で私
Kinda got a little bouncy. I like it.
の愛で生まれて思い返す大切な日々を風は正している風は正している
This is so freaking fascinating. I love the idea of him bringing like the wind. How do I want to say this? Bringing embodiment, we'll say, to the wind. And it's like you can see if you go back here. Hang on. Right here. There we go. See, the wind almost is creating this like almost like figurine of this like leaf man, I guess if you want to call it. And he's saying like the wind knows about this and that. He said, there's, he's talking about there's times where I've cried, but he's like the wind knows. He's talking about let's go back a couple here. Oh, did I actually take away captions? Captions, where'd you go? There you are. So if like we pay attention. Let's go back maybe a little bit more here. Let's see. Definitely need to go back a little farther. Sorry, I apologize. Okay, let's try here. See, the fact that he's saying like the wind laughs in that town, again, bringing some embodiment to this wind in an interesting way. And then he says, I like this line a lot, actually. This is really cool. I was born from a miraculous love. And I think that's honestly like the most beautiful way to represent the idea of bringing life into the world. Like, I feel like when you look at it from like a very like scientific aspect, it's very easy, I feel like, for the world to look at it as almost like, oh, the idea of sex is like, supposed to be like dirty, or not really supposed to be, but it can be like seen as being dirty, if you will, or whatnot. Like it's almost like it can be sometimes seen as like a malicious act, if you will, especially if it's like, if you look at it more religious way where it's like, having sex before marriage or something like that. But if you look at it in terms of what it really truly is, it's actually, I honestly always looked at it as more as making love to your significant other. And, sometimes, like he describes it as, a miraculous, love forms. And that miraculous love is the idea of a baby becoming, or I should say, a baby coming from that lovemaking, if you will, or whatnot. There's a lot of times where people will literally make their first baby or their first child or whatever you want to say on their honeymoon, because it's a beautiful moment. They just got married, they're fully in love, and the honeymoon phase is just starting. And so, what better thing to do than to, solidify that marriage and that newfound love that you're about to spend entire life with that person by maybe attempting to create something as beautiful as life. And so the way he describes this, saying miraculous love, it is a miracle, because unfortunately there's a lot of people in this world who aren't able to have kids due to some kind of medical condition or some kind of, something within the family, that got passed down through like genealogy or something like that. So in terms of looking at it in its literal form, a baby being born and formed into a mother's womb is very miraculous. It's a very, amazing and just one of the most beautiful things that we do as human beings. So for him to describe it like that's really cool. But if we keep going back to the wind thing, so he's saying, like, looking back on those simplest, or what is it, not precious days, he says, the wind simply knows. So it's almost like, I feel like the idea of saying that in this very intriguing way, no matter what we go through in life, it's like the wind is there to always witness it, I guess, which is so cool. Like, I don't know why he's decided, of all things in the world, to embody the wind for some reason, but it's true. I mean, if there's any part of nature that witnesses and is, around to see everything we go through in life, it's the wind. It's always there in nature, so, and it's almost, you could almost say it's like, I'm having trouble trying to figure this out, if there's really anything beyond that. But I was going to say almost like maybe it's the idea of almost like God uses nature, like things like the wind, to communicate with us and say like, hey, I'm here for you. I hear you. I know what you're going through right now, and I'm going to help you get through this. Or like if you're celebrating a really special moment, he's there to to be able to be a part of that very special moment in our lives. It's the only thing I can think of. I've been chit-chatting. I've been chit-chatting too much right now, but I think that, I think it's really cool, like I said, that he's embodying almost the idea of this nature type of thing called the wind, which is so cool. But anyways, let's keep going and see if there's anything else we can pick up on. I love how like folksy this is too. Very folksy and love it. So cool. Ooh. I love the guitar here. That's nice. That's cool. Oh, whoa, I just realized it's like the leaves and the petals are like dolphins right now. Not well, they're not like they are dolphins right now. I guess they're more representing dolphins, if you will. But it's cool. It's like they are like on this ocean made of grass, but then like the petals and leaves nearby them represent as if they were actually in the ocean, and there's dolphins jumping through the water. I just realized that. I was so like intrigued and pulled in by the music, the musicality of it all, and that beautiful instrumentation from the orchestration of it all, that I didn't even realize the like petal created dolphins. That's so cool.
返すは時代のメロディー命の調べよおやすみまた明日ねバイバイ人が人を知る頃どこに向かうかはわからない道は続いている風は正している
Oh my gosh, is that a whale? It is, yeah. Wow. Is it already over? I feel like that was so short. I think it is already over. What the heck? I mean, I mean, it was almost 4 minutes long. Why did that not feel like 4 minutes long at all? That was crazy. It felt like super fast. What the heck? Okay, well, anyways, regardless. Oh my gosh, what the heck? They're so good. Oh my god, I love them so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I talked a lot already, and trying to like talk about this song and what I kind of think is being like pulled from this. So I don't really have much really else to say. I think the biggest thing that I really love about this, in terms of song and the music video, is I really thought they did a phenomenal job of like bringing the wind to life, if you will, in a way, almost giving it like that, like I said, embodying it by representing like the wind being formed as like this entity, if you will, by the petals and leaves and whatnot, and like seeing them dance around them and whatnot. And they were saying even in this town the wind sings. So again, I can't really figure out exactly what they're going for with, because he kept saying that the wind always knows, like the wind is always aware almost in a way. So again, like I said before, I almost feel like that might be like the idea of saying, it's either the fact that like nature is always around us and always sees us go through ups and downs in life and is there to celebrate certain aspects and there to help boost us up in a way, or maybe it's the idea of like that's the way that like God communicates with us through nature when we're going through a hard time, or when we're celebrating something amazing, or when whatever the case may be. That's the only thing I can really think of. But I think that in general too, what I really love about Mrs. Green Apple is that you really feel like you go on a journey through their songs. The way that Motoki, and really the entire band, structures the music, it is in a way that you feel like you're taken on this amazing, mystical, almost like, if you would like to say, what was I gonna say? I guess story, if you will. I guess this almost like mystical story that you just get lost in. And I think that's why, like I said before, that song felt like it flew by, because I think I got so lost in the music and in the story that he was telling through this amazing story of the wind in the town, basically. And you don't realize that, like, oh shit, 4 minutes just flew by. So I think that's why I love them. And not to mention the fact that their music videos, I mean, I've only really watched three of their music videos, and I mean, I remember reacting to Lulu the same way. Lulu was such a gorgeous video. I mean, it was used obviously for Frierin's Journeys Beyond anime, I think, opening or something like that, so I could see how they tie it to that anime. But even this one was so gorgeous too. I mean, and again, it's the outfits that they wear. It's just, they're so elegant, and like I said, it was like cool. It was so cool to like see them bringing like the wind to life through dolphins and a whale with the petals and leaves. It's just everything they do, I feel like, is so well thought out, so well put together, and they're truly one of just the most spectacular bands I've ever come across in my days. Not only that, just even on his reaction channel, reacting to stuff with you guys. And it's really an honor and a privilege to be able to check out these guys with you all and be able to share the love you guys have for them as much as I have now developed, you know, as a fan now because of you guys and your suggestions. So yeah, just absolutely amazing. Incredible song, incredible music video, incredible vocals as always. Instrumentation is mind-blowing. I love the folksiness that they added to it overall, and I just love everything about them. I really do. And like I said, we have still just, I feel like, touched the surface of what they have in terms of their older stuff. So there's so much more I still have to dive into, and I definitely will be doing that for you guys. So stay tuned. Way more stuff coming from Mrs. Green Apple as we wait for more new music in the future. So yeah, for sure. But anyways, guys, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below. Now go ahead and play some reaction plays for Mrs. Green Apple over here. You can check out my most recent reaction already over here. As always, thank you all so much for watching, showing us support, and I will see you all in the next video.